Hello. I've come back. It's only been a couple of days, but hey, I came back. I came back. I've recovered from the pain and the sorrow of losing a Goomy. I've recovered. I feel better now. Next time I'll get it. Yes, words. Very much words. Next time I'll get that Goomy. Just you wait. Next time I'll have that Goomy. So how's everybody on this fine Sunday evening? I know some things been going on. There's like a new Pokemon that just got shown off. It's a Gimmighoul. It's a treasure chest hermit thing. I kind of like it. It's kind of funny looking, but I like him. He's like a little coin goblin. I love him. So for those who are in this general area of the world, that like near the Eastern Standard Time area, daylight saving time just kind of, I think it ended. I think that's what it does this time of year. And we had an extra hour, which threw a lot of people off, including me. So, you know, for first day with everything being shifted an hour, but hey, we're here to have fun. At the end of the day, it's still the same thing. We're still doing the same thing. We're still having fun. No matter what the time zone does. So today, we're going to be playing a little more Ocarina of Time, because last time I played, which was actually a week ago, I found out I needed a scarecrow to progress a dungeon. The game doesn't tell you this. But it's Master Quest, so, you know, needs all kinds of crazy things. So, without further ado, let's get that turned on a sec. So that way when I transfer over, it's all ready to go. Because, can't have it not ready to go, you know what I mean? We got the magic blue screen of blue screeningness. We're gonna get right into it. No, not even gonna waste time, just gonna get right into it. There we go. Can I get that to turn on, please? Thank you. Wii Remote's always a little bit temperamental. Now, without further ado, let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. We're gonna beat the fire dungeon today. We're gonna do it. I believe. Do you believe? Because I believe. If not, you're probably not believing hard enough. That's what it is. That's why we didn't complete it. We didn't believe hard enough. But we're gonna believe harder today. Hey Skip, how's it going? I'm gonna go get that scarecrow. I'm gonna go get that scarecrow so that way I can progress the dungeon. Even though the game doesn't tell you you need it. I didn't need it before. So that's why I was like, yeah, it's probably okay that I don't use the scarecrow again. But no, the game was just like, no, you need the scarecrow, my man. You need the scarecrow. You need the crow to be scared. I don't think so, but I think I'm on the last stretch of that dungeon anyway, so not sure if it'll be too useful, but I mean, hey, I feel like I'm getting near the end of it anyway. All I need is a scarecrow that'll scare crows for me. Because that's what you need in the fire temple, is a thing that will scare crows away. Because what if you want to plant something? You might have, and I might not have seen it. Or, like, you didn't. But either way, I don't remember watching anything for it. I kind of also wanted to try and avoid, like, walkthrough stuff. Because, like, I kind of want to, like, approach this, like, without knowing what's coming aside from, like, the dungeon order. And pretty much, like, boss stuff. Because the bosses don't change at all, and neither does anything outside of dungeons. It's literally just the dungeons that change, and as far as that's concerned, I know the important stuff, like getting my horse, getting the Bagoran sword. I know how to get some of that already, so well, I'm good there. It's just, you know, figuring out the new dungeon layouts. Yes, exactly, Payman. You understand how to believe. You understand what it's like to believe. We're gonna believe extra hard today. That's just the thing, because, you know, that's also why I didn't get the Goomy. You know, I didn't believe that I could get that Goomy. Well, I believed I could get that Goomy, but that Goomy was a pain in my butt and escaped the ball and ran away. Because it's an evil, gooey dragon. Yes, exactly. And also, hi, Reverie. If you're wondering about me talking about Goomies, last stream I played Sword and Shield, and I was shiny hunting. And the very last thing I did was a max rate battle, and a shiny Goomy showed up, so I was like, oh hey, cool! The entire stream wasn't a total waste with me bicycling around, looking for no shiny to appear at all, and then it escaped. I could not try another ball. Max raids only let you try once. So I was in pain at the end of the stream. But it's all good, I recovered. What do you think I'm here? Also, I did start filling out some stuff for, affiliate, but they gotta review it, so... It's one of those things that takes a few days, but I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there. I'll be there soon, hopefully. You know, pending reviews. Also, hi, Twitch. This is the lunatic that sent you stuff. I'm crazy. I'm talking like it can listen to me. Because it probably is. But yeah, that was the last stream. I was actually shiny hunting, Aeron, and I couldn't find it. Because it decided to be a pain and not show up. Even though I had encountered, like, several brilliant aura variants. And the Goomy raid proved to be a failure. So, after failing to hunt even a single shiny to success, here I am, attempting to get a scarecrow so I can complete a fire dungeon. Because I'm still totally not hurt over that. It's not like I've been wanting a shiny Goomy for literally months. Have I never been to... I swear I've been to Lake Hylia. This is where you find the letter in a bottle. How is this the first time I've been here? Okay, I believe Mr. Crow of the Scaring is over here. You done? I was about to talk to a scarecrow. It's just standing there staring at me like, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like it. Oh, okay, so you're immediately the one I need to talk to. I think for a Scarecrow song, I'm gonna do something that's a reference to Majora's Mask. I'm gonna reference Majora's Mask. Probably not like one of the actual Ocarina of Songs, though, but like something that you do play in Majora's Mask. Can I get you to pay attention? It didn't work, did it? Bro, you need to actually listen to me. Can you, Mr. Scarecrow? Mr. Scarecrow! I don't think the Scarecrow wants to listen to me. Wait, is this something I'm supposed to do as young Link? I feel like this might be something I have to do as young Link. I swear, if this is one of those things where I have to go back in time just to do, like, one little thing, it's annoying, but it's Master Quest. It's gonna do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that was never important to beating the original version of the game, so I've kind of forgotten that. Because, like, just to any percent all the dungeons, you basically don't have to do that. Well, okay, now I know what to do. Now I know what to do. I'll put my oddly polygonal sword in its place and come back. Well, I understood the 8 notes thing, because it was like, it's the same idea as Majora's Mask, because they did the same thing. Only you had to, like, reset it every 3-day cycle. It's just, I didn't remember that I had to be young Link to do it. Because he's just like, no, I'll remember any song that's played for me, but you have to be a kid to play it for me. Scarecrow has fine print that he doesn't tell you about. It's fine. I swear, there's like a... Yeah, the guy carrying the bag here. He's a main character... Well, not maybe a main character, more like a secondary character in Majora's Mask, but, like... I swear, I've been conditioned to, like, think he's an immediate threat every time I see his model. I swear, I'm not cursed. It's just every time I look at that model, I'm just like, oh my god, it's that thief. Because he's a thief in Majora's Mask. But, you know, part of my favorite side quest that I won't be able to do until I've cleared, like, most of the game, but hey. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing, like, I don't really care to play the song perfectly, but, like, the song I'm using for the Scarecrow song, it's from the, side quest in Majora's Mask, where you're in the milk bar, and you have to use all your main transformations to, form a band in the milk bar to play a song for, Mr. Gorman. And the song I was playing in particular was the one that Goron Link is supposed to play, with the drums. So it sounds really awkward played through an ocarina, but I don't have a Goron drum, so we're just gonna play our little flute thing here instead, because that's like the only 8-note song that isn't like an actual ocarina song, but is kind of something you do have to play if you wanted to get all the masks. Because that's how you get the, I don't remember, like, the exact name, but it's the one mask that, like, it cries. So it's a really sad-looking mask. I just don't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head. Oh, that was a big skeleton. That was a big boy. Alright, I'm here, and I'm doing it right this time, Mr. Scarecrow. Oh, there's actually stuff growing here this time. Hello, how's it going? The Scarecrow musical genius. Who hears a song once, never forgets it. If I knew my musicians, I would make a connection, but I don't. Alright, big guy. It's like, whoa! You have one of those? Lay a tune on me, man! Just like, absolute surfer vibe. He's just like, yeah, it's not like I can remember just 8 notes. But, you know, let's leave it at that for now. I know you're supposed to play it, like, a little faster in Majora's Mask, but that's essentially the notes. Because they do have to be different, also, if I'm remembering that correctly. You can't, like, just spam the same note for, you know, like, 8 times. Because then the Scarecrow's just like, what are you doing? Interesting timing, huh? For what? Just me being here? Hello. You've come a long way, well, yes. Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but... It's a beautiful lake of clear water, according to this owl. Oh, he's just full of wisdom. Of course, he is an owl. He's just a big owl, doing big owl things. He's just like, hey, you want to go back to the castle? Me too. Good night. There we go. I don't have to do this. I could have just warped, but I thought this was fun. I'm letting the owl fly me back to the castle. Alright, well now we're back. We're back. So I have to go back and play it for that Scarecrow again, or am I just good to go? Because I think I have to go back and play it again for him. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna feed me to his owl kids. Okay. Alright, well now I know what to do. I just gotta, you know, walk into this 2D model of a castle. Or I guess it's more like a church. This looks more like a church from the outside. Kind of an interesting church considering there's a deadly weapon in the back of it. Plus I don't see any, like, area where people could, like, sit and listen to, like, sermons or anything. So, like, this is a very barren-looking church. I only imagine it's kind of like a church because of the way it's laid out. Not so much like the interior, but like the exterior is laid out kind of like one of those grand churches. Just missing a big old clock on the top of it. So that way we have our own clock tower. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't think the Japanese are Christian anyway. I think they were more like Buddhist or something. Or like, that's a more dominant religion over there. That's just as far as I understand it. Humans are fascinating creatures. They're going over there while I'm over here, the literal spawn of a sun goddess. But that's okay. It's all good. Oh no, the clouds got dark. It must be horrifyingly evil over here. Next to the ranch. It's because I gotta get my horse yet. Ah, okay. So they're a little different over there. But now I'm gonna go play a scarecrow a song, so that way he can help me inside of a volcano. Which is pretty much the last place you'd expect a scarecrow to show up. But no, you know what? If he wants to show up in the side of a volcano, that's his business. Yeah, he's fine. He wants to get burned alive in there, that's fine. That's why I wear the red tunic. Also, I'm like, every day that gets closer to the 18th, I'm like more and more hyped. Because Pokemon is coming very soon. And I am really looking forward to playing it. I don't know, I kind of got my hype up a little bit doing some shiny hunting, but like, I imagine that's not going to be the bulk of what I do off the bat in Scarlet. Hey man, how's it going? She's just like, play that song, man! I love that. Oh yeah! I never forget. I totally didn't forget anything. Oh yeah. His buddy Pierre. Hi youth, how's it going? We're talking about fun things like scarecrows. Also, hi Revenge, it's good to see you again. You made it to one of the earlier streams. That's good. We're gonna go inside of a... Actually, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? I could just like... I could just like warp. What am I doing walking? Why walk when you could literally turn into sparkles and fly away? Okay, now I gotta try and remember how to get to where I was before. So I gotta find that weird donut-shaped room with the different levels of floors. Well, hey, I appreciate your lurking. Because I do have a couple of dedicated lurkers. Oh, was that this weekend? I hope that was fun. Did you go to see those VTubers? Did you go to see them? You can tell I'm a VTuber enthusiast and a VTuber at the same time. No, I don't need to go over there. I think I gotta go this way. Oh. Oh, you didn't? Well, that's alright. It's because I'm your favorite. I probably would have went to see them if I was there. But that's because I'm just, like, an absolute enthusiast for VTubers. It's what made me want to become one. I just saw them VTubers and was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to become one of them. I want to be a crazy person projecting himself over the internet and playing games like a total dum-dum for several hours a day. Because I just find that fun. Yeah, now I am one. I'm one of those VTubers that people can fangirl over. An Idaho? I'm not in Idaho. I'm online. Okay, which door was it before? Oh, hi. No, I'm just gonna ignore you and move on. Oh, was it the floor below? Oh, wait, no, right here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because this was the one I was struggling to unlock the other day. Well, see, that wasn't so hard. I don't want to knock this pillar down quite yet, because I think that leads to where the room is before the boss room. But, I'll keep this one in mind here. Okay. I think I had to go this way, go through the door there to pop up over here. Yeah. I don't like the pop-up firewall. I've been blocked by a firewall, and that must mean I'm bad for software. Okay, there we go. Okay, that firewall just does not like me. It just keeps chasing me. Okay, yeah, it's literally just a straight shot. And just like that. Just like that, I did it. Now, I don't think I have to fight him again, so that's good. So yeah, I spent so long going, man, these VTubers are so cool. Now I can be cool just like them. Oh, okay, was it, like, really cold where you were at? Because I know it's starting to get a little cooler over where I'm at, but it's been like in the lower 70s, upper 60s most of the week. And like it's just now starting to get cold again. Okay, yeah, this is the room I need to be at. This is where I need to be. So I gotta go summon the Scarecrow without falling into the abyss. That would be preferable. Actually, I need my ocarina. What am I doing? There we go. There he is. Before I try anything, I just want to make sure that all my bases are covered with this room. You know, like, getting things set up. Yeah, like that. Just in case. You never know. Okay, so Scarecrow over there is gonna help me get up there, hopefully. Hopefully! I could mess up. Okay, so he's literally right there. I don't like what the camera does. There we go. It didn't show the reticle when I pointed it at him. Well, hey, there we go. Progress. Now I can get past this room and never have to worry about scarecrows again, hopefully. But if I need the scarecrow, hey, I have the song now. But I don't need him anymore, so I'm just gonna leave him here. Can I... Well, that was an interesting way to get caught in a wall. Could almost make a song with that. Oh! I was not expecting that. Alright then. Can I hit this? The music is still playing, so like... I get the feeling that something else is here with me. Oh yeah. Back away, Skelly Man. Skelly Man needs to go away. There we go. Alright, well that didn't open. Is there something I needed to shoot? There's probably like an ice or that. Can I... Or that! Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I reached affiliate, but I have to get some forms filled out so that way I can actually start making some money. It's in process right now, it's just, it takes a couple of days to do that. But yes, I did reach affiliate. I'm actually really hyped about that. Nope! I don't have a boss key, do I? No, but there's a thing there. Well, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I couldn't have gotten this far without you people here. Without you amazing peeps. Yeah, there's no, big key. So I just went through all that to put a thing there? I mean, I guess it makes it easier to get to later. Alright, well I guess it's time to smash. Hello. Hello, room. Okay, so the key's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right. That door locks. I might check my map again. Okay, it says there's a chest up there, but like... Is that a room that I'm struggling to get into? Okay, it looks like it's Yeah, it might be that one then. Okay, so it's this room that I haven't opened yet. That's probably got something for me. That one's gonna be a bit of a real head scratcher. Can I just can I get that? Can I hit that from here? No, I cannot. Alright. I got up there before. Yeah, maybe if I tried it from here. Maybe if I tried it from, like, over here, where I can see it a little better. Yeah, because something unlocks that door. Hey, you made it! Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I'm playing Master Quest. I'm struggling. It's pain. Yeah, I need to hit that with something, but, like, I also need to hit that. Is there, like, just a torch around that I can light down here somewhere? That would probably be the best way to do that, is to just light a torch down here somewhere. Unless I need to get, like, the fire arrows or something. Would be a bit of an odd instance to have fire arrows. Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything up there. Wait, what? Alright. Alright, alright. Oh, okay, okay. My brain's working. I did not know that platform did that. How have you been, by the way? You having a good, Sunday? A good Sunday with which to, spend time doing shenaniganry? There we go. And that's how you unlock that, but now I need to figure out how I need to get over there. Hey, I'm making progress. I'm doing the thing. Is there, like, a block or something that I need, or literally anything to let me jump up here? That would have been funny if I could just claw my way onto the fire. I've been able to do this before. I just don't remember what I did to get up there. I got the door unlocked. Let me go. Let me get in there. Oh hey, thanks for the follow. You get head pads because you followed. I'm incentivizing follows with head pads, don't mind me. Yeah, this one's tricky. Plus the controller is really sensitive. Unless I need to, like, play the Song of Time or something. I can try that. Probably just needs me to put a block there. Yeah, go ahead and give him the head pats. He earned them. Okay, yeah, this one just goes down. I swear I've been able to get up there before. I just don't remember, like, what I need. Unless there was, like, a button somewhere. I think it's something on the other side of the room I might have to activate real fast. Come back. But hey, thanks for the follow. Well, this isn't very nice, game. Is it something where I just have to light this torch up? Oh wait, no, I hit it with Din's fire before. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that put a thing over there. Good. It really is a fire temple. You need so much fire to do all the things in the fire temple. I figured it out. Well, now I can go up. I can go up here now. There's the boss key. I just need to let these floor tiles do their thing a minute. And just like that. Do I have to shoot the face again? I'll shoot the face again. Okay, that's probably not what I needed to do, but hey. Free fairy. I'm gonna actually try to bottle this one. There we go. Now I have 2 of them, so I can die twice for free. Wait, couldn't I just hookshot onto that? Yeah, there we go. I forget that sometimes you can hookshot chests. Well, that's all I need. That's all I needed. Now I can get out of here. Oh, I could have just hit the torch. Don't mind me. I'm big dumb. I'm a dingus. Yeah, like, you wouldn't think to hookshot that, but apparently you can hookshot it. Pretty crazy thing. I think the easiest way for me is not do that. Golden, whatever the blue stuff is, like, yeah, better of those. We're making progress. We're about to beat the dungeon. The thing. I could just light all this up and it will unlock that door for me. No, apparently you can latch onto and pull yourself into solid gold chests. Well, there we go. That's the door. Save real quick, so that way, when I get over there, I'm gonna beat up a dragon. I'm gonna beat up a big, fiery, flying lizard. A dragon. Now this literally shouldn't be any different, but this still is one of my favorite bosses. You can't! I exist! Oh no, a big flying snip! Okay, bye. Okay, well, it looks like he's gonna go do his thing in a minute. He's a big, fiery Gurgan. Oh, he's gonna do his thing. I love that I can just casually climb on the side of the arena while he's doing that. Okay, you go do your thing, big dragon man. I'm just gonna do my thing. Bonked you. Booped you. There we go. Okay, he's gonna go do his thing real quick. He's gonna go play with rocks for a moment. Well, I'll just have the hammer immediately ready to hit him. He just looks so majestic. He's long enough to turn himself into a number 8. There we go. I didn't die either, that's good. Well, I know you lost the fight and all, but you didn't need to go and do that to yourself. Come on. A little excessive. I'm just gonna take your heart. Don't mind me. I took his heart away. Now it is mine. Yes. DED dead. Exactly. I'm getting good. I didn't need my fairies, but I have them. Man's just like, I'm gonna look at the phone. Oh crap! Oh wait, is Wolfy female? I don't remember. I've been like just kind of vibing over here. It's just like, yeah, I don't need to sweat fighting the big scary dragon or nothing. I know how to do it. The smirk on his face, he's just like, I know what you did. I know what you did, and I'll expose you for it. He's just like, yeah, I knew you'd grow up. Eventually. That's gotta be like, I know it's just him being proud of me and all, but imagine taking this face entirely out of context. Just, like, post this face, like, literally text this face, no dialogue or nothing, just post that to someone who knows nothing about Ocarina of Time, and they're just like, what the fuck? What are you posting this on me for? Yes, I got a big, shiny red coin. It's one of the 8 red coins. Or I was just gonna find 7 and not the 8th one, and it'll be like, where is it? And I'll be like, I got it. I need it for my thing. I think now I can actually, do some stuff to get the Begoron sword, but I need to go, I need to get my horse. I need to get my horse so that way I can do things with the horse, like ride it across the world. I'm gonna be doing horse riding things. And, you know, more money. Whatever works. See, I have a bigger wallet this time. So if I lose, I can just immediately try again and try to get the horse. It's all good. It's all fine. It's all great. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, I think Volvagia might be a female. Oh, okay, so it's a genderless it's a legendary. It's Rayquaza. Only it's not hanging out in the ozone layer like a boss. You know, let's just assume that Volvagia is a girl, because Volvagia will probably need to lay baby Volvagia eggs. You know, and have little cute baby dragons. Because that's all Hyrule needs, is more dragons flying around. We don't want this place to end up like Skyrim now, do we? Link just looks back and forth like, I don't know if I should trust this. Yay, I have twice as much magic. That's gonna be very helpful, actually. Because of how much of a drain the fire dungeon was on my magic bar. Because it just kept making me use, Din's Fire over and over for a bunch of things. And I know for, like, a fact I'm gonna need, Furor's Wind for the next dungeon. But I'm gonna get the Begoron sword next, because that's gonna make things a little easier. He's just like, oh, oh. All these Gorons are happy. They're a bunch of happy people. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to give up one of my fairy bottles for the next bit when I go to get the Zora tunic. Oh, it's a good thing I have 2 of them, so I can just, like, give one up and still have a fairy. See, the second bottle will be my miscellaneous. I think what I might do for, like, the end of the game is, like, have 1 fairy in a bottle and, like, 1 magic potion. Because I just know I'm gonna run out of magic fighting Ganon. And maybe see about getting a bigger quiver. But I'd probably have to do the, shooting gallery, and the controls for this version are a little sensitive. And I don't know how well I'll be able to do that, honestly. I'm back in the village. That dude's sitting on the roof, just like, guys, you won't believe what I saw! I saw the volcano erupt! And they'll be like, no, you didn't. It was just an earthquake. Don't worry about it, Randall. It's fine. No, no, really! I saw it! With my own eyes. I saw it. You have to believe me. Please. And they're just like, nah, Randall, you're just kidding yourself. Come on. Be serious. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to go to my second home at the farm and be a farmer for like I don't know, the next few minutes, at the least. I'm gonna become a farmer. That's a thing I could do on stream. I could play Stardew and actually be a farmer. So I think, like, the only way I've ever played Stardew is on the Switch and with friends. I might start a solo farm. It would be one of those super chill, laid-back streams. Be like, yeah, I'm just gonna plant some stuff. You guys are gonna watch me go slowly into insanity. Don't mind that. The damn cows. Look at him over there, watching me. Yeah, well, you kinda did, buddy. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I have the manga for Ocarina of Time now. It's like one of those special editions. And I started reading it last week. And, it's actually kind of interesting because, like, it follows the story, but it takes its own diversions. Because, you know, it's a manga. It takes creative liberties to, you know, not show Link running around doing things for several hours. But, I mean, it's an interesting manga so far. I think I'm only on the, I think I reached the halfway point. I don't know. Like, the last time I read was when he pulled the Master Sword for the first time. And then Ganondorf was just like, yeah. I'm just gonna call this horse to me. Don't mind me. Moo. I hear cows, but these things better not be in the walls around here. I'm doing the thing. I'm riding a horse. Well, look at you, young man. You look like you're just having a jolly good time up there. I don't know what you're talking about. You've never seen me before. Yeah, I'm done. No, second thought, I want to ride again. At least his riding fares are cheap. At least, you know, he's not gonna charge an arm and a leg just to ride a horse for a minute. 10 rupees to ride a horse for, like, 60 seconds, that's not a bad price. Of course, I could get it for free if I had the horse. Horse just comes to me, he's like, hi. You're getting better! Yes, I am getting better. Oh, 50 rupees. I have 3 times that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't like how he does that. There we go. I just need to sit in front of him for a minute. Don't mind me. I'm just... Share the road. Share the road. Share the road. There we go. That's the first race down. It's the first race. He's just like, oh god, what have I drunk last night? The way he's just stumbling around, he's like, oh, what happened? Share the road. Share the road, man. Share the road. First try. First try. First try. I'm pro. I'm pro horse racer. How'd I tame it? I'm a pro. I'm a pro horse racer. Wolfy is a pro horse racer. This is confirmed. It's like, nah, you think you're so smart winning that horse from me. Wow, no, I'm caught here forever. Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? No, what are you doing, kid? It's like, what are you doing? I'm leaving. No, don't do that! It's my horse. This horse belongs to me now. It's mine forever. Well, now I have the horse, I'm gonna go rub it in his face. He's just like, I'm gonna change back to my old uniform real quick, it's fine. Yeah, you better feel that way, man. The other day, it was like 2 seconds ago, Malin. Keep up. Yes, it's me! It's me. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't have come here if I didn't remember you. Yeah, oh well, the evil king finding out about things is last of your concerns. Because by the time he finds out, he'll be dead. I'll find him, and I'll get him. Then I'll have beaten Master Quest. That's the goal. Not tonight, though. I just want to at least get partway through the water temple. I'm saving the world one small ranch at a time. One small ranch of horses and cows and chickens at a time. Okay, I think I need to get the blue chicken now. Yeah, that's how you start this one, I think. Yeah. Just like, it's Blue Peckington. I just seem to be really good at raising chickens in this game. Is this where they got the idea of a cuckoo farmer for Linkle? It's just like, because Link had like one spurt in the game where he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna raise chickens. Also, hi, KDC. Good to see you. You missed the dragon fight, but it's fine. At least I cleared the fire dungeon and feel better about it. I'm feeling better about all the things. All the things to be feeling better about. Hey, lady, can I have a blue chicken? The pocket chicken. Oh wait, no, she has me do this and then I get the blue chicken. So I have to make this chicken do a thing. And then I get the blue chicken. Well, I mean, I've had a few goes at raising chickens. Also, I stole a horse from a farm very casually. It's my Peckington pocket egg. Peckington will come back to me. And then I'll trade him for Blue Peckington. Not the cow. But I need the chicken to hatch. No, I can't feel the Arctic wind. It's because I'm in a nice warm room. I'm not gonna cook the egg. Okay. Hard boil. Oh, there's plenty of other eggs. There's other eggs. This is a Peckington egg. You don't cook Peckington eggs. Because Peckington is a good boy. Yeah, I say Peckington hatched from that egg. It's so early in the morning that the in-game music isn't even playing. I beat the music. I got to go wake up Mario. Mamma mia! Yay, he gets to go back home because I saved his home from bad things. Can I get my blue Peckington now? You must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. Yeah. Yeah, I did. His name is Kojiro, and my name is Shiro. Kojiro and I are friends. The blue chicken has stopped making blue chicken noises. It's tragic. It's the blue chicken. Well, now that I got the blue chicken, let's go get that part of the quest done. Because once I get the big sword, I get to go and do things with the big sword. Like fight the dark version of me. Because that's what this game's gonna do. I'm gonna ride my horse into the horizon. He's just a good horse. She's a good horse. I love how carrots are what, yes, yeah, Dark Link. Yeah, he's the mini boss of the water temple. Turn the horse around. I have my blue chicken. Oh no, Kojiro made a blue chicken sound. He made blue chicken noises. Blue chicken noises are a lot like regular chicken noises. Who knew? Let's go make the blue chicken happy. We're gonna make us a happy chicken. He's like, oh, what the hell, man? Mr. Nice Guy. I'm sorry, but there's no more Mr. Nice Guy here. You should have seen what the last dungeon did to me. It did things to me, man. Alright, well, you have a good time. If you want to watch more, I'm streaming for a couple more hours, but otherwise the VOD should still be up here. Or on my YouTube whenever I decide to make them public, if I feel like it. Which will probably be soon. Let me climb the horse. I'm gonna ride a horse and save lives. Save the world. That's what I do. There we go, got all my carrots back. No, I didn't want to... I want to turn the horse around so it's ready to go. I'm gonna do a thing with this horse. It's called riding it. What a lovely day it is. A lovely day to run around like a chicken with its head cut off. All for the sake of a big sword. I'm doing... this is to help save the world. I'm gonna save the world with this mushroom. Just throws the mushroom at Ganondorf and he immediately dies. Like, no! Shroom's my one weakness! No, can I... There we go. Yes, he had to go in the forest because he needed to get the shroom. And just like that, you've made your thing. Yee! The shiny thing? What shiny thing? I don't know what shiny thing you're talking about. Care to elaborate a little bit? Maybe I'll be able to help explain. Because I don't know what shiny thing you're talking about. Yeah, there you go, you're shiny. Are you the shiny that got away from me last stream? Scrawny dude, that was an old woman. That was an old woman, KDZ. I don't know what you're talking about. That was a mushroom. Are you the Goomy that got away? Yeah, well, that's because she's an old lady. Did you know that old ladies in Zelda are small? Look at Link's grandmother in Wind Waker. She's small. Hey, don't be talking that way about the potion granny. She's a good granny. She made this potion wrapped in paper out of just a mushroom. If there's any sort of potion crafter that can do that, they have to be a good potion crafter to make a potion out of just a mushroom. That's like next level understanding what's inside a plant to understand how you can make a potion out of it. No, I suppose, you know, it's specifically a forest mushroom. It's still impressive. Hey, you want this medicine? So she's saying that every adult that gets lost here basically becomes a Stalfos. So eventually I'm gonna be fighting a Stalfos somewhere down the road, and that might be the guy I just helped. So, I helped him, and one day I'll be killing him. That's great. It's wonderful. My voice echoed. Okay, horse. Do your horse thing. You know, for a late 90s Nintendo game, this is an impressively sizable map. Like, the map in Majora's Mask isn't quite this big. It has a couple more areas, but, like, as far as size, it's not as big. This is just a big map. You know, by late 90s Nintendo 64 standards. It's impressive. Because nowadays, it's just like, well, you gotta have a bigger Hyrule field. I think... Yeah, Twilight Princess had a really big Hyrule field. That was, like, in several segments, but, like, in total size was just absolutely huge. And then there's Breath of the Wild, which is, oh my god, why did it have to be this big? Because they were just like, yeah, let's make... It's like this whole thing with, like, open world game devs around the world nowadays. Where they just kind of have to push the envelope and be like, you have this vast open world? Well, look at this. This is bigger. Because, like, I think there was an open world game or something that was supposed to have a map bigger than GTA 5's map. And that's a big map. It's just every open world game's gotta have this impressively large scale map. And, like, it can be serviceable, but then there's problems like with Breath of the Wild, where it's so big and empty that, like, it works, but at the same time it kind of doesn't. Because it's just so empty. Oh, that old lady? Okay. There you go, your timing. Yeah, that's another thing with big open world games. Like, they don't understand a lot of the time that, like, yeah, we can make this map even bigger, but it takes more to process that. And that's kind of something with Scarlet and Violet I'm hoping that they address a little bit. Because they're saying that's going to be an open world game. So, I'm hoping that they address the loading screen issue that a lot of open world games have. Because, like, I notice, and this is mostly, like, with Skyrim where I've noticed this, like, playing on pretty much every platform I've played it on, is that, like, at the start of the game, the world's level, like, the levels in the worlds, they load faster, but, like, if you're, like, say, level 85, and you're just, like, this hyper-competent, badass battle mage that can, like, level entire armies with a single spell combination, then the game, like, takes longer to load for whatever reason. And I'm wondering if it's, like, because you have more effects attached to you by that point than, like, as opposed to, like, early on in the game where you have, like, next to nothing. Because I've always noticed it with Skyrim where, like, it's just... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, you can actually make it too big for the game to load. That seems like a problem. These aren't bugs, these are features. Your save data won't load anymore, that's a feature. This encourages you to start over from scratch again. Which, I mean, it's not so much like, it's never really bugged me, because, like, whenever I play Skyrim, like, I'll play a certain character or build for, like, X amount of time, and then when I get, like, bored of that, or, like, I feel like I want to try something else, then I will just make an entirely different character. So I always seem to resort to playing battle mages, where I just, like, wear armor, swing swords, and cast spells in my other hand. Because that's just, like, the playing style I'm used to. I actually started a character on Switch Skyrim fairly recently, and I'm making her, what I, well, it's not what I call it, it's, like, what I've heard called a Stormbringer. And for those who don't know what that is, that's just a god-powered mage. Like, a mage so powerful that they may as well be a god. Like, they can sit there, paralyze an entire room full of enemies, and then just proceed to nuke them. That's how strong Stormbringers are. So for those who didn't know, I mean, yeah, I need to get my Lord Order figured out too. The last time I was doing anything with a Lord Order, I had to mass delete all my mods, because it just wasn't working anymore. And that was like right as I installed animation mods. And like, I feel like animation mods can work, but like, the way I was going about it was probably all wrong. Because like, I had a mod that added an entire new race. And in order to get that race up and running, I had to have specific animation mods going on top of it. And I think, I'm not sure if it was exactly that, but I feel like the combination just kind of borked my entire Lord Order. So I just kind of ended up deleting it all. And it was sad, because I made some really funny test characters when I was testing some of the mods out. This is my hydrate. I'm hydrating. Oh! Oh! He's a big boy. He's a big, smart man with a body of a mountain. And it's funny because he's as big as the mountain. Oh, that's right. I have to thaw out the Zora King first. Well, I guess this halts this trading sequence. Oh, is that a new one that's coming out? I don't know. I've heard some things about that. I don't know, like... I haven't kept up with it because I don't play God of War, but I've been hearing stuff about it. I just don't remember what I heard. See, this is what happens. I hear things about games that I don't play, or have never played, or probably won't ever play, and then I'll just forget it immediately. Because it's like, the only thing that my mind's able to handle right now is the hype for Scarlet and Violet. Yes, I get to go, unfreeze a king so I can get eye drops. Scarlet and Violet, those drop on the 18th. Which is a Friday, so, it'll be one of my later streams, so I'll actually get to play it on release. So that'll be fun. Or I think I might be able to play it the night before. I think, because of the way the way digital pre-orders work is you can play it at midnight when the date goes to the day of release, and then it should let you play it. But I think I can play it the night before and get things started. And then, like, the very next night, I can just, like, stream that and just be like, yo, check out this game I'm hyped about that just came out. So I gotta go into the ice cavern, get some blue fire, unfreeze a kingfish, and get some eye drops. And a blue tunic. Because that's also important. I can't believe I forgot that step until just now, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I knew I had to go talk to him, but I forgot that I had to unfreeze him on top of that. Because I forget that he starts off frozen in this timeline. But yeah, those drop on the 18th. And funny thing is, this coming weekend, on the 11th, starts a new Splatfest for Splatoon 3, which is based on, like, the starter types. And I chose Team Fire because I wanted to play with my friends. That and I like fire. Fire relaxes me. I pull up my shield and immediately go, denied! I'm actually kind of hyped because they actually dropped a new Pokemon today. I think it's like Gimmighoul, which is like this little ghost thing that hides in coin chests, like a camouflage. And then there's just a form where it's holding a gold coin and nothing else. So it's like a little chest gremlin. And I actually kind of like it. It's kind of adorable. But, yeah, I'm gonna be playing the Splatfest this coming weekend. I probably won't stream the whole thing because of the way it works. I think by the time the Splatfest ends next Sunday will be before I'm even able to prepare a stream. Yeah, kinda. It's like, it's this little ghost boy that, like, holds a chest together and will pretend to be a chest. So it's kind of like a mimic, but, like, also not a mimic. It's like a ghost mimic, I guess. Now, while I'm over here, I may as well get Ferore's Wind and call it good there. Now, if I remember correctly, it's over there somewhere. But it's essentially a little... And what's funny is they had leaks going on for it, or, like, it was revealed in, like, Pokemon Go. Because people were seeing it, like, show up on maps. And, like, everyone was like, is this just, like, a weird glitch or something? One more and I get a full heart container. Because I'm just that pro. But no, it actually turns out it's a Pokemon. Who knew? See, the way Pokemon does these reveals is just absolutely mind-boggling sometimes. Because you don't expect them to, like, casually drop a totally new Pokemon into Pokemon Go. When I don't even think they've made it into Gen 8, for as far as, like, what Pokemon can show up. But, like, they're just casually dropping in a Gen 9 Pokemon. Like, it's just this one thing that they want to do. And Pokemon's always had an interesting way of unveiling special Pokemon. Because, like, I remember when Legends Arceus was in development, they revealed Hisuian Zoroark with, like, this scrambled video. And then, like, 2 or 3 days later, an unscrambled version was released on YouTube, and it showed Hisuian Zoroark and Hisuian Zorua. And that's how they decided to reveal that. And that was actually kind of cool. I gotta say, like, the way they revealed certain Pokemon for Legends Arceus was, like, some of the most creative Pokemon revealing they've done in a long time. Because, like, they don't have the modern age of technology in that game, so it's like, yeah, you just find these lost relics or artifacts or, like, like, this evidence that these Pokemon exist somewhere. But, I think for this game, it's just been, oh, well, we'll reveal it during a direct, or we'll just have, like, a one-off, like, 60-second video about it. Like they did with the Gimmighoul. I'm still thinking, like, if Fido has a good evolution, I might actually have Fido on my team. Because I'm like, Fido looks fun. He's just a little fairy dough dog, and I love him. Then I want to get, like, Ceruledge and whatever the other one is called. The one with the arm cannons. The ones that look like Mega Man and Gallade with swords instead of punchy elbow arms. It's funny, I used to watch a lot of videos about, like leakers leaking stuff for, Scarlet and Violet. And one of those things that I remember hearing about was, these, Paradox form Pokemon. Which was just, like, I think there was gonna be a Paradox Jigglypuff or something. But, like, it would be dexed differently than Jigglypuff, so, like, it would have its own dex entry. And, okay, well, I guess boulders are just gonna casually roll out of here. You know, while I'm just trying to explore. Oh yeah, the two blue dudes that are right next to me don't get hurt by it. Yeah, I want to say it's kind of like a mimic, but, like, it's not exactly a mimic. It's just like a little ghost boy that hangs out inside of a chest, for whatever reason. Well, that's different. Wait, hold on. Oh, well, there we go. Alright. You take it easy. Oh. It's a white Wolfy with red eyes. It's not me. I did the thing. Funny that this is an ice cavern and it's kind of getting cold where I'm at. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta go sacrifice a fairy real quick. I'll get another one. It'll be fun. Yes, I know that this fire is blue. Yay! Good old water to help keep me hydrated. You know, I'll unthaw this real quick. I'll thaw it out. I'll thaw it. Because it's probably got something I'll need later. Watch it be a map. Yep. Well, you watch it be the first thing you expect a dungeon of any kind to give you. There we go. Now I have the blue fire. Now I can go, now I can go talk to the giant kingfish. Oh, yeah, it was that way. Okay. I'm like waiting for another dungeon to use cows in the walls for whatever reason. Like, that's what I'm expecting this game to do now. It does it for one dungeon, and that's like what I immediately expect of it. Oh, it's gonna be like, hey, check me out, I'm Indiana Jones! I'm running away from boulders to get out of temples. Hey, I'm getting hyped for Scarlet and Violet myself. So I'll be able to stream that next week. That'll be fun. Who knows, maybe I'll do something special, I don't know. It's depending on how I feel. It's like Thursdays I'm usually a little more tired. Oh boy, I'm unfrozen. Yeah, well, this coming weekend is the Splatfest, and then the next weekend is the Pokemon drop for Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, it's already here. Here, take this blue cloth thing. I have a blue tunic now. It's my new fashion sense. I just love how you casually keep the Zelda letter. Eye drops. Indeed. Okay, I hope the horse actually knows how to jump the fence this time. Well, I mean, I somehow managed to do it before. Twice. I have Slippy on board. Yes, Mweep the sequel. Only he doesn't Mweep. He doesn't Mweep this time. Yeah, I know. Sequels are always bad. Well, maybe not all of them, but usually sequels are kind of bad. Especially nowadays. Oh, hey, hi. Yes, this is good old-timey game. But this is a Master Quest, so this is a hard mode. Nope, I don't want that. Oh, you can. You can make him like instant teleport to the other side of where he weeps. He'll just be like wait. Horse. Let me... Yeah, there we go. Good horse. Horse lives another day. Yeah. Like those, rom-com movies. Yes, I'm gonna throw those under the bus. Because I'm sorry, the writing for them tends to be a bit lazy. Because it's always, oh yeah, it's a hot guy and a hot girl and they're just like bickering at each other for 90 minutes and then they kiss and make up at the end. Oh, the horse did it this time! The horse did it this time! Last time she didn't do it. That makes it so much easier. No, you know what's even crazier is if a movie goes and sets up for a sequel, and it just never gets a sequel. No, I wanna... How far away from the sign must I be? I'm getting salty at a sign. No. This game and its hit detection on things. He's just like, oh, bar! My frogs! I like frogs! Good sir. Yes. I was trying to say something in the first place, but you kept going on about cooking eyeballs. Which is kind of disturbing. So what is that in the fish tank? Oh good, another run. Alright, final stretch, here we go. I got the horse through the fences once. Yeah, I think if you teleport, that automatically, like, voids the timer. So, like, it'll automatically fail you for it. Because the game wants you to do it the long way. There we go. I mean, if you could teleport there, that'd be great, but the game just doesn't want you to do it that way. And it will actively punish you for it, too. That's funny. So all this just so I can get a big sword. I'm just doing all this running around. It's fine. Nothing wrong with this. Like, I don't know, because, like, I watched the Sonic movies, and, like, they set up for a sequel for a third movie, but, like, it doesn't, like, because I don't think, Jim Carrey's coming back for the third one, so, like, I'm wondering how they're gonna execute a third movie, without literally the funniest guy in the cast around. So, like, yeah, they teased for a sequel involving Shadow, but, like, when literally the funniest actor in the entire cast isn't gonna show up, it's... yeah, there are funnier people, but, like, Jim Carrey made that movie, or, like, those movies actually kind of funny to watch. Like, it wasn't just, like, the charm of Sonic and his friends, but there was also, like, Jim Carrey just hamming it up as Eggman, and it was great. So, like, he was kind of like the Jack Black of the cast. Like, he knew what he was doing. And I say the Jack Black because Jack Black is probably the only thing carrying the Mario movie right now. Funny how the one thing carrying Mario is Bowser. It's like, oh no, my arch nemesis is the one thing making this movie good. Oh, okay, have a good one. Hope you, got the good rest. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need you to do. I really can't have you be doing this right now. The music is getting stressful at the worst time. There we go. Your contractually obligated medicine has arrived. He's doing his thing. I love how that's just in bold red text, too. Like, that's the important thing you gotta know about his dialogue, is just, wow! The game's just like, you can't wait for this sword to be completed. I know! That's why I have music to help pass the time. It's like, wow! Look at these eye drops! They're so good! I think the Sun Song used to be in, like, Majora's Mask, like, in the beta stages. But, like, it basically did the same thing as the Song of Double Time. Only I think if you hack it back into the game, like, it messes up the clock. It makes time go really fast. Like, fast to the point where you can't control it, that's how fast it is. Like, if you wanted the game to end in 2 seconds, then, like, there you go, you just play the Sun Song, but, like, it's not actually supposed to work. Stretch my back a little bit, jeez. I love how the wolf that howls at night sounds like a child howling at the moon. Like, they don't want to actually have a wolf howling, they just make the, have a child do it, essentially. Yay! I've got a powerful weapon now. Actually, I think there's a heart piece right inside this cave area here, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick. Yes, inside the cave. Reverse Song of Time. That reminds me of a tweet I saw where, like, it was a SpongeBob meme where Squidward was playing the Reverse Song of Time. And SpongeBob was like, "Hooray! All those wrong notes made it seem original. Those weren't wrong notes." And then SpongeBob, like, played the original Song of Time. Ah, there it is. Yes, I said cave. I have more hearts. I can do more things. But, God, what? Yeah, it was like the Sun song in Majora's Mask. Yeah, that used to be in the game. I don't know why they ended up switching to alternate variants of the Song of Time. Like, it would have functionally worked the same way. And then just, like, come up with a new song that slows time down. Or just keep the reverse Song of Time. That would have worked, too. But, like, they could have easily kept the Sun song around. I think while I'm passing through, I'll go, Actually, no, wait, no, I can't do that, because I'm gonna need blue fire anyway. Never mind. Maybe before, or I'll just wing it and do the entire dungeon with just one fairy. But the memories of this game. I jumped down there, but I don't want to, like, hurt myself. Yeah. Well, there we go. I have the big sword now. I have big sword, and I will do big things. Like save the world. Actually, how many Skulltula tokens do I have? Oh, only 14? Never mind. I was gonna say, if I had like 20 of those, I could probably get something else with it. But I probably got everything I needed off of that. With the bigger, coin purse. Well, not coin purse, more like rupee purse, but the same idea. I'm doing things. I remember, like, reading that the water temple was supposed to be made easier for this version, because everybody hated the version that came with the original game. But, like, in doing so, they made it harder anyway. And I was like, but I already know how to do the original water temple. People watched me do it. Like, I understand having to reassign, like, areas for dungeons and, like, putting new stuff in and rearranging things, but didn't need to. Could have just made the enemies hit harder. That would have been fun. There goes that levitating leaf thing. Perfectly normal, nothing wrong with that. Alright, well let's go back to the ice cavern. Which is just a cave filled with ice. Yeah, they could have also done that. But why would you do that? You're like, we're sorry, we didn't mean to make the original version hard. It's not our fault that water dungeons and water levels are just tedious or difficult, or both. Yes, this one's filled with ice. A cave filled to the brim with ice. And blue fire, which, oddly enough, is only good for melting red ice. How is he not freezing to death again? He's just sitting there, just kind of chilling out. Actually, I remember hearing somewhere that, like, if you hit this ice in the right way, you can go into Jabu Jabu's belly as an adult. But I think you gotta hit, like, the... I don't know if it was, like, this version or the 3DS version, but, like, they left the old, detection area for Jabu Jabu in this area. So, like... They left that there, apparently. I was gonna see if I could get it, but I probably can anyway. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting how they chose those other colors for that. They could have had, green fire melting pink ice, and it would have probably made the same amount of sense. You know, whatever works. I'm sure with, like, mods or randomizers or something, you could, like, change the color of everything. I mean, randomizers let you change the color of your tunics around. I clearly wasn't out of the way of that, but whatever. I'll be fine. Probably. That's probably what it is. It's just like, yeah, red ice is just a lot colder. So the blue fire is just like, don't worry, I got this. How dare this game fake me out with a boulder? Why would you like it here? This is a frozen cave in the middle of the land. Not now, wolves. I love how I'm just ignoring them. See, you ignore your problems and they go away. Alright, let's see what's beyond this point. This has to be the way forward. They just keep tossing boulders in narrow hallways like it's cool or something. Okay, bye. Oh no, it's Zelda logic. I guess the bottle is just able to, No, like, blue fire is hotter than regular fire, so, like, the idea is that red ice is a lot colder. Yeah, can I just drop this here? Is this seriously the end already? Oh! Oh hey, it's that guy who helped in the woods! Oh, okay. I did the thing. Oh, okay, so like Storm. Oh hey! I did it without a compass. That's actually a lot easier than before. I remember the original version of the Ice Cavern being a little more, tedious. Yes, we meet again, my ninja friend. Well, I didn't totally waste my time. I'm here to help. I didn't waste my time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Ice that never melts. Ever. It just never ends. Never ends. Yeah, then why doesn't Blue Fire do that in this game? That's kind of weird. I did the thing. Yeah, I'm learning music. I know with like the 64 games, they had like some chests that would blow ice on you and would freeze you. Well, Shake is awfully rude. Shake is very rude. I'm turning into sparkles! Oh, okay, so it's one of the newer games that has that fire logic. Alright. Actually, I need to get my hook shot real quick. So, hook that up. Do its thing. Here we are. The water temple. Alright, I already noticed that there's not doors there. I'm just gonna drop that there for a sec. Don't mind me. I'm actually gonna take a quick break, be gone like maybe 10-15 minutes to take care of a couple of things, stretch, that sort of thing. And I will be back, so don't go nowhere, because I'm gonna come back and we're gonna have more fun. We're gonna get some of this dungeon finished today. Maybe the whole thing if we're lucky. I'll be back though. I am back. Also, hi, Chibi. How's it going? How's it going? You doing good? I hope I didn't miss you completely or something. No, I'd feel really bad if I did. I hope I didn't completely miss you. But I came back. I'm doing good, and I hope you're doing good too. I think you were streaming earlier, but I didn't like hop on or something. So if I didn't, I apologize. So let's get back to the game. Also, I want to point out that I have lemonade now. I have lemonade. I got the lemonade. I've got the lemonade. So the hype energy has come back. Good stuff. I'm playing Zelda. I don't know if you're still here, but hi. I hope I didn't, like, completely miss you and just, like, discouraged you or something. I'd feel totally bad about that. Just I had to take care of some stuff real quick. And get a good stretch in, because that's always good. Just walking around under the water, and it's fine. It's fine. I love how she's waiting in the same spot as before. Yes, it's me. I love how Link's just like, oh my god, it's you! I do apologize if I missed you completely. It's probably while I was away. I'm just gonna feel bad about that the whole time now. Don't mind me. Yes, the whole Zora domain is totally frozen now. I'm just like glancing at chat now. I'm just like paranoid, just like it's like you gonna come back? Don't leave me. Come back. I swear I'm a good boy. I swear on my honor as a Wolfy. Yes, words. You see what I did? I completely missed my friend, and now I feel bad. Hopefully it's fine. I hope you understand. No, don't swim away. I need you down here where you can be more annoying. Alright. Oh, that already has a hole in it? What's in here? I just like, oh, it's already got a hole blasted in it. Oh, they brought back the whole shoot signs on the walls. Oh, you were getting ready. You wanted to see me before. I cannot open his chest. I opened the thing and I couldn't do the thing. Sadness. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming along. It's good to have you along. Even if only for a moment of your time. So much hugs and snuggles to be had. See, I'm in the water temple now. That you would feel right at home here. You could probably live here. There's plenty of water. You know, if it wasn't for me running around and constantly messing with it. I'm just constantly messing with the water levels now. I'm just like, now no one can leave here. They made this torch off-center just to throw it off. Well, this is the Master Quest version, so this is the harder version. So, we're already this far into the game. And it's been pain and a little bit of questioning design choices because one dungeon had cows in the walls. Oh, hi. How you doing? No one told me you invited lizards here. Yeah, can I just focus on this guy instead of the wall? Like, the wall is beautiful and all, the decorations are great, but I want to stab the lizard. There, I stabbed the lizard. Take a drink of my, totally not hard lemonade. It's totally not what you think. I'm betting that other chest was a map. Oh, hey! Money! Yeah, totally. Totally. Absolutely not. Well, actually, it's, half tea, half lemonade. So, like, it's that fun little mix. Oh, I can actually just hook up. You said you played Majora's Mask, right? I think you were one of the people that said that you grew up playing Majora's Mask as well. That's one of the next games I'm going to be playing. Oh wow, this is extremely early. No, it's not an Arnold Palmer, it's Mike's Hard. This is extremely early for a long shot. Well, hey, I mean, if you want to watch me play it at some point, I'll, I mean, I can keep you up to date on it. No worries. Because I plan on playing that again, because now I have the Nintendo Switch Online thing. I can do things. I'm more powerful than anyone can ever imagine now. Yeah, see, if the original dungeon gave you the long shot this early, my goodness. It would be absolutely busted. Now let's just check all the rooms on this floor before I mess around with water levels again. No, I mean, I guess you could live here if it wasn't for all the things that tried to kill people. Yes. Very much that, exactly. Very much. Yeah, see, because, like, the long shot, you didn't get it in the original game until, like, literally, it was, like, the last chest you had opened before the boss key. Okay, yeah, so there's not really anything for me up here. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go in here and hide in here. See, Chibi could live here if it wasn't for all the things that were trying to murder you. See, that's what you gotta watch out for when it comes to moving into a place like this. You gotta make sure that what you're moving into is a safe place. Because, I mean, you don't want water spider things crawling into your room. That'd be bad. Be very bad. Well, here, I put some water back in there. Maybe make it a little more hospitable for you. You know, because it's water. Oh wait, I could probably hook onto that. Hydration is important. Can I actually just... No, I cannot. Well, hey, you have a good one. And hopefully we can chat again soon. I'm doing a collab tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. Yeah, there's just a lot more things in here. They really could have just bulldozed this whole temple to the ground and put a sign saying I'm sorry on it. Yeah, let's just go with Skipper's idea on that. And just like put a sign there being like, we're sorry, we didn't want to torture you with a water level, so here you go. Free heart and medallion. Let's hit that. Wait, hold on. I want to point this out. That this looks like a very gnarly looking mouth right here. It's the temple has teeth. Well, this is interesting. There's bound to be a thing in here. Just destroy all these boxes by headbutting them. Bound to be a thing in here. I got hearts. I got things. I don't think there's really anything in this room. I didn't really see anything worth noting. That's a very, interestingly placed button. Oh hey, what do you know? I feel like they did make certain parts of this easier. Oh, hi. Oh, there we go. Lizard dead. Hello. I'm just over here casually killing a bunch of lizards. I'm just now trained to look for things on every, like, wall decoration. Just like, I'm totally thinking there's things in the wall. That's weird. Oh, there's a thing up there I can shoot. Like, they made some parts of this easier, but they also made some parts of this a little more confusing. Like, why such a weird wave around? It's just kind of weird. And then again, it's Master Quest. Well, I have the long shot. I guess I can gonna go fight the boss now. If only I had the boss key. If only it was that easy. Imagine if they made the water temple that easy. Just be like, yeah, it's fine. You can go straight to the boss. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good. They didn't. This is literally the same exact puzzle to get into the boss room as the original dungeon, but now these things move way faster. I'm not even going to attempt that right now. I take like one good long look at it, I'm like, nope. Just noped out of that so fast. Yeah, if only there were more cows in Wolfy. See, exactly. I don't have a key, though. I don't know why, but I'm entertained by that. They just removed the Tektites from this first room, didn't they? I feel like I've been here already, but I'm just gonna check it out anyway. You never know. There's like nothing in here though. I'm just so good at rolling that I can roll over spikes. Because that's how good I am. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to go down there yet. The thing is, like, they make some of the navigation easier here by giving you the long shot so fast. But, like, at the same time, it does you a bit of a disservice, because then everything's still hard to navigate and figure out where everything's at. Okay, so there's nothing on the other side of this wall. Except for, like, another hallway. But hey, this is fine. Yeah, and then there's that. Actually, can I do this segment underwater? I probably could. There we go. Oh, wait. Wait! I see a thing. I have to come back here without water. I have to come back here without the water. He's just gonna sit there for a sec while I do this. Okay, I have to drain all the water and come back here. I'm just like hardcore parkour on this. I don't know, cows in the walls here would be a little weird. Like, it kind of made sense with Jabu Jabu, because there was a giant fish that ate things. But with this dungeon, it's just a place where the Zoras come to worship. I don't know, cows in the walls would be a little weird here. I mean, it wasn't already weird with the last dungeon. Well, not the last dungeon, but the last water dungeon. It's funny having a long shot so early and seeing the room just before the boss room. And just like how trolly it looks. I wonder if I can long shot my way up that platform from down here. Oh yeah, probably. I wanna hit that one. There we go. Yeah, see, there is a bit of an upside to having the long shot so early. You can just navigate this temple without the water in it. Except for that part. I might have to put water that far. Alright. You can mostly navigate without water. Just mostly. I'm just checking, because, like, the last dungeon has conditioned me to believe that there are now things hidden inside of, like, those little decorative walls. This game has made me think things. What am I doing? Just need to get up there. Yeah, like, I think the last dungeon gave you the hammer a little earlier than it used to. But they gave you more puzzles to do with that. What an odd place for that. There we go. Is there a significance to that? I mean, I'm gonna check. Because that time block is in a very odd location. Really? There's nothing up there. Well, actually... Yeah, there's torches on the four walls. It's like it wants me to, like, find a way up there. That's a really weird, thing to add. Oh wait, that's probably what those boxes were for. Probably what that boxes were for was to, like, give me enough elevation. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Or not. I mean, I thought that's what that was. It's a little weird. That's honestly really weird why they would place that there. Yeah, because there's like... You can jump to that a little bit. If it was a little lower, you could. This one's a little different, though. Looks like. No, I didn't want to back out. What the heck? I'm just playing it for my health. You know how it is. Yeah, like, you can probably jump to that. I mean, I'm not gonna worry too much about it right now. There was, like, a torch thing I saw earlier. Wait, what? Okay, that wasn't there before. Is that what this... No, that's not what that is. Can I just hit it, please? Thank you. Thanks, game. Wait a minute. Salt and fish is going on here. See, I need that button to be held down, but the only thing is this. This game just, like, trying to send me a message that it needs to, have this box all the way over there. But then there's that problem. Oh, hey, what do you know? And that's not so much of a problem. I was like, could I make that jump? I don't know. Alright. Oh my god, will these guys just stop jump scaring me? These guys are getting a little annoying. Well, that's not what I was thinking of, but hey, thanks anyway. Has to be a way up there. Is this game gonna, like, make me need to get a scarecrow or something again? Because I have the scarecrow now. I have the scarecrow this time. Oh, hey, there we go. I think I should hit it from here in case it's a water column. No, instead it's nothing. Good. Alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's something in there. I did the thing. I got it. Well, that was all entirely pointless. Well, I don't want to raise the water level just yet. No, there's a thing somewhere. I probably need Din's fire for it, but there's a thing here. I love how his voice just kind of echoes. Okay, that's not what I need. That's what I need. That over there. There be cows in them there walls. Now, I think that if I light this up with Din's fire, that I will get what I need. I did the thing. I definitely needed that, and oh, and that's... And that's how it's done. I am not finding out where keys are, and this is what's gonna bother me the whole time. Getting up here. There has to be a thing around here. Because that just opens up en route to go up to where the highest song area is. But there has to be like... Because like it looks like there's torches up there, but it looks like they're hidden like in a way where like I might not be able to reach them from a lower point. But there's like no other door that goes into here. I mean, I can try it. Probably did nothing, but hey. I swear if that's the scarecrow. I'm gonna try it. Okay, yeah, it wasn't the scarecrow this time. There has to be a reason Navi's just floating up there. I love how my voice just echoes in here. Yeah, and then there's gotta be a way to open that too, and there's nothing. This is turning out to be a really weird version of the dungeon. Yeah, it's not doing anything in here anymore. There was like another crate here. That would probably help. Okay. Yeah, there has to be a way to grab onto that, but it's not letting me. It's like, yeah, here, have the long shot. Also, by the way, dungeon's a lot harder to navigate. Have fun. There has to be something important with that time block, because otherwise it wouldn't be here. Yeah, see, because now it's not there, it's up there. I feel like there's something I'm really missing here. This is really weird. I don't like what they did. Can we just not have it be harder? But then they're like, well, Cheryl, what's the point of a harder version of the quest if it's not harder? I have a thought, but I don't know if it's like what I exactly need to do, but I want to try something. Well, not that. That's not what I wanted to try. Because I already know where that leads. Where the hell did it go? Oh. Well, I guess I have to go this way then. This is just really weird. He dropped me bombs. Wasn't that nice of him? He dropped me explosive weapons. Let's see if I could just get like one key that would help jumpstart the rest of the temple. Wait, no. I'm like too busy thinking of like, oh, Song of Time shenanigans. That I'm like, nah, I don't need to play that. I need to play the Song of Time. Just such a weird layout for this dungeon. I miss the way it was before. Yeah, let's just put these on. Oh, I can go in here with that. Okay. Alright, that might actually be what I needed to do. Oh yeah, see now, because that's there. See, now I can get on top of it. This is such an odd puzzle. Oh hey, and it opened that. That solves so many mysteries at once. You know, for a water dungeon, you're using an awful lot of fire right now. It's just a whole lot of fire in here. And see, now that I'm figuring some of this stuff out, it's not too bad. I don't like that these walls are here. Oh hey, that solves that a little bit. What interesting wall behavior. Oh yeah, sure, don't let me have the magic jar. Oh hey, there we go, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Pretty much all I came down here for. Swim back up. I'm just gonna swim back and forth, don't mind me. I'm doing the swim shuffle, it's fine. Or as I guess that they would call it is the schwaffle. Okay, now I need to figure out... Oh, like, oh, yeah, there's that door. Okay. That's where that one is. That's the one I want. Is this just like a repeat of the one room from before? Oh! Alright. Never mind. What's the point here? What am I looking to do? It looks like that's like a really small ledge. So I want to try to hit that. What's an odd variant here? I just needed to get a little closer. there not, like, something else? Oh! Oh. Oh, well, that's a lot easier. Wait. Wait. Well, hey, the good news is I understand what I need to do now. I think I need to aim a little higher on those. Just a little. It's like I have the right idea. It's just I'm not grabbing them in a way that's gonna let me proceed with that. Oh, that one might. That one might. See if I miss that one. Yeah, see, there we go. That's what I needed. Okay, well, I guess you can't climb on top of them for whatever reason. Usually you can. It would be nice if I could see where I was going, game. Yeah, thank you. Can I aim this, please? There we go. Why is Navi pointing at that? Oh! Well, thanks, Navi. Thanks for helping out. Navi's just like, here, a helpful thing. See, Navi is helpful. Oh yeah, this one's a bit different. Wait, what? 3 of them? You were wrong, I live. But you were supposed to be dead. No, I'm alive! There we go. Let's go up here real quick. Oh. Alright then. Well, I guess I'm just gonna skip straight to here. It better not drop a like on me. Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, here we go. The Dark Link room. There we go. This is a good room right here. We're like, oh no. There's a wall there. Oh no, I can't go any further. Oh, but what's that under the tree? It's me. It's like, how could you have thwarted my plan so quickly? Me over here just like, I'm Link. Yeah, with a Bagoran sword, it's like really easy. It's because the Bagoran sword just lets you cheese that so easily. Don't get swallowed by vortexes. That's very dangerous. Just ask anything that lives underwater. Well, if the game's just gonna let me do this the whole way through. Wait, no. Well, I guess I'm going for a ride. There we go. Well, thanks, Mr. Fairy. Actually, it's for this. Gotta be a bit of significance down here, but let's find out. That way's locked. Hello, actually, it's called vortices. I don't know, the way I'm pronouncing it makes it sound like you're talking about tortoises. Vortortoises. Or as they're so popularly called vortices. I'm just like trained to shoot all wall decorations. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed it to do. I love how he's standing with the sword in the portrait. He's just like, it's my sword and you can't have it. Yeah, but he has a character from a D&D called Chandler, who's basically a human Wikipedia article. Yeah, Mom said, well, my turn with the sword. You can't have it. I'm making mac and cheese, and no one's gonna stop me. I don't get it. Do I have to do this? Oh, how so peculiar. That's all good. Oh! Well, this is good. I could probably just skip straight to where, things at. I have Ferore's Wind set up. We can just skip a whole segment that's coming up, probably. Because I have the boss key and the means to get into that boss room. I don't even need to do the next bit. I just can just skip. I can just go here. See, well, I guess they did make it a little simpler. But, like, in service of it, they also kind of made it a little harder. Because, like, they give you the, dungeon treasure so early on that you're just like, oh, what can I do with this thing? But he said, my turn with a sword! We can't go this way! The map said I'm making mac and cheese! And no one's gonna stop me! Okay, yeah, I've been dreading this room the whole time. Wait a minute. Now what did that do? Oh! I don't need to dread it anymore. See, I cleared 2 Master Quest dungeons on a single stream. I'm on a roll. I'm definitely getting my pace back up. Oh no, the blue stuff in the pool around me is not water. Could it perhaps be a low sugar dietary alternative? Say perhaps a Gator Light. Oh no! Also, I'm keeping the Goron sword because I just want to make this quick. It's not like I'm trying to speedrun or nothing, it's just I have a big sword and I want to use it. Oh, wait, no! I forgot you can do this! Well, at least I landed on solid ground and not in the water. Okay, let's not have that happen again, if we could. It's another one of those dungeons where I didn't even need to get the map to complete it. There we go. Poke him with that a little bit. Wait, no, not again! I didn't sign on for this tentacle stuff! Okay, there we go. It was just playing with me at that point. Oh, hey, we did it! We did the thing. And no scarecrow is needed down here. Yay, I started a second row of hearts. I'm doing my job. I'm doing it. I'm doing good. The next is the Shadow Temple. How fun! Hey all, Fish Waifu here. Don't mind me, just being a Fish Waifu. Just imagine if she just came in saying that, just like, hi, I'm a Fish Waifu. People like me because I'm a fish. And no other reason at all. I don't know, as far as fish-like things, I think Vaporeon ranks as rank above you, Rudo. But that's because Vaporeon's actually kind of adorable. Yeah. Like, people don't like me for my personality. People like me because I'm a fish. Yeah, that's Vaporeon. Yeah. Well, actually, that would be Sage, then. Because I think he just goes by Sage. But, like, Water Sage is Vaporeon. Why was my phone vibrating just now? Oh, well. Probably nothing important. No. Probably just, like, something from one of the servers I'm in or something. It's like, praise the sun! People don't like me for my personality, they just like me because I'm a fish. Because people are into that. It makes me perfect waifu material. Yeah, see, in this game, Sheik's a boy. I remember, like, me in high school was always like, Sheik's a boy! Don't question it! But nowadays, I'm just like, it's Zelda, so Sheik's a girl. It's funny how your perspective changes in, like, a little over 10 years, so years. Oh yeah, those did kind of look like fidget spinners a little bit, on, like, the pillars. Hey Sheik, the fish waifu said thanks. I mean, I guess so. Also, funny thing the manga for Ocarina of Time does is shows us a female Goron. I never thought I'd see a female Goron. They're never in the games. But, like, there's a female Goron in the manga. It's like a mother to a child Goron. And she looks no different from every other Goron, just that she has eyelashes. You know, because it's a girl Goron. Not because it's, you know, anything else. But then again, it's just a really old manga. Oh, excuse me. I mean, we already did everything here for Ruto's sake, so I feel like we're just done doing things for Ruto at this point. Though then again, she's one of the sages, so I guess we're still helping her out, technically. But at the same time, I want to think it's for Zelda, not for Ruto. I'm gonna get the fire arrows, because who knows if I'm gonna need them. Have an arrow that's encased in a orange crystal. Well, hey, I mean, We're all fighting for some waifu out there. Or husbando, whichever you prefer. We're all fighting the good fight for someone out there that we love. I mean, fictional or not, we're out here fighting a good fight for those people. Because that's just how awesome we are. I think I'll just save here and probably just call it. Because, like, we're at, like, 3 3/4 hours, and we're, like, in between dungeons. I think we're safe. And 2 more dungeons before the final crawl through Ganon's castle. We're getting there. We're almost there. You just gotta believe. See, we believed hard enough at the start of this stream that we made it through 2 whole dungeons and a side dungeon. And a big trading quest. In like 3.5 hours. That's good. We did good today. We did good. But I'm not coming back to this tomorrow. Tomorrow it's something else entirely. So move over to chatting real quick. So that was fun. We did 2 dungeons and we did it good. Let me shut off this game so the music's not playing in my ear. Like, the music's good and all, but like, no, I don't want it playing in my ear. That's totally not what I want. At all. But, so yeah, for those who aren't in the know, tomorrow is going to be a collab. I'm going to be collabing with Michael Block, my art dad. The one that put so much love and care into my model. Elise, who is a good friend and a moderator on my server. And, depending on how long he joins, Reverie. So, we're gonna be playing Splatoon together, because Elise has never played Splatoon. So the boot camp is back in session. And I'm gonna do a boot camp. Well, I mean, we're all gonna. Because, as far as I know, Michael Block's pretty good at the game last I knew. You know, last I played with him. You know, he could have become bad, who knows? But last I knew, he was pretty good. You know, because it's my art dad. He's good at lots of things. He also streams. He's also a VTuber, so he's my VTuber dad. And he also deserves head pats because he did good. He did good on such a wonderful model. So that's tomorrow, and it'll be about normal time. But for those who are on the server, if you see me like jumping into voice chat with the people I'm collabing with, that's why. Because we'll be doing voice chat there because we don't have like a private one set up anywhere quite yet, or if we really wanted to. But that's where we're gonna do that, and we're gonna get together, and we're gonna play some Turf Wars. And I have my Splatfesty, so it's a good opportunity to grind that for ability chunks and such. So that's gonna be good. But other than tomorrow, I think depending on what I feel like doing on. Well, actually, wait, no, this. Let me see the. Actually, no, yeah, this Friday is the start of the Splatfest. This Friday is going to be more Splatoon for the stream. I'll be playing. I'm hoping I can get Miser and Azarus if I can. I'll talk it over with them and see if they want to like hop on stream for Splatfest stuff, and maybe Sage too. Like, you know, get the gang together for it. You know, get the band back together. You know, and just ink turf and stuff. You know, for Team Fire, because we're all Team Fire here. I mean, you can be whatever team you want if you play the game, but I'm Team Fire because burning things is fun. But that's what my week is looking like. Depending on what Sunday looks like, I'll probably get back to Ocarina of Time and start the Shadows Temple stuff. And hopefully get it done. Because, it's like I said before, I have played a bit of Master Quest before. Like, it was years ago. And I got to the Shadow Temple. And that's where I ended up getting stuck. So hey, this is where I was stuck the first time I played. So hey, if I get past here, then it's just, you know, smooth sailing from there, hopefully. But, that's the hope, because I want to beat that and say that I completed the Master Quest, the original version of the Master Quest. But that's what this week's looking like. As far as next week, I don't have anything planned for next Monday quite yet. It might be more Ocarina of Time. It might be more of like I might get another collab going on that, because I enjoy getting friends up on stream. It's always a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun doing that. But that's what next week is looking like. And next Friday, that's the 18th, and that's when Pokemon comes out. And yeah, I'll be able to play it the night before because of how the electronic pre-orders work. But I will be streaming Pokemon Scarlet next Friday. You know, so that people can watch me react to all the fun new things and just be absolutely fangirling over this game. You know, because I'm an absolute Pokemon fanatic. I love Pokemon. Even though I started with Gen 6, but don't judge me. Don't judge me too hard. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. For those who watched and chatted, thank you for coming along and hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. For those who are lurking, thanks for lurking. And Lazarus, if you're, I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, thanks again for the follow. It was cool having you along. And hopefully soon I can get the affiliate stuff sorted out, because as far as it stands right now, all I really need to do is wait for them to approve something, and then I can just fill out the rest of the forms. And then I'd be good. And I'll be good. Then we can have channel points, emotes, and subscriptions and stuff. You know, like a good channel. And I'll still put out my absolute best to entertain everybody. Because ultimately, I'm just here to make sure we all have fun. That's the ultimate goal here. So, I will be seeing everybody tomorrow night, and until then, stay awesome and get lots of head pats and sleep well, because tomorrow is going to be fun. So bye!